A strong essay is built on strong paragraphs. But how do you actually write a paragraph that really, truly proves your point? Well, today we're going to unpack a simple but incredibly powerful tool called the PIE method. Seriously, it's the secret to crafting arguments that are clear, convincing, and just compelling. All right, let's jump right in. So think about it. You've done all the hard work, right? The brainstorming, the research, you've crafted that perfect thesis statement. But here's the thing, that thesis is a promise you're making to your reader. And the real question is, can your paragraphs actually keep that promise? Each one needs to be like a stepping stone, logically leading your reader straight to your conclusion. Let's make sure they do. Let's think of it like this. If your thesis is the roadmap for your essay, telling everyone where you're going, then your body paragraphs are the crucial stops along the way. Each stop has to prove you're on the right path, building more and more conviction as you head toward that final destination. Okay, so the foundation for these paragraphs, these super important stops on our roadmap, is something we call primary support. You can think of them as the main pillars holding up your entire argument. They're not just random facts, they are the major points you strategically choose to prove your thesis. And just to be super clear, primary support is the most important information you select to make your case. The key here, and this is a big one, is that each of these points becomes the topic sentence, the very first sentence of a body paragraph. It's how you signal to the reader, hey, pay attention, this is what I'm about to prove. Okay, but that brings up a really good question, doesn't it? How do you choose the best primary support? I mean, you might have pages of research, dozens of ideas, but not all of them are going to make your argument stronger. So let's talk about how to filter your evidence effectively. Well, it really just comes down to 3 simple but super powerful rules. You can think of this as a checklist for every piece of evidence you consider. Number 1, be specific. Vague ideas are weak ideas. Number 2, be relevant. It absolutely has to connect back to your main point. And number 3, add details. That's the stuff that makes your point stick. Let me show you what I mean. On one hand, you could say, many people died in Hawaii. It's okay, but it's vague and it's easy to just brush past. But now look at this specific version. In 2018, 43 pedestrians died in car accidents in Hawaii. See the difference? That number, 43, is concrete, it's real, it creates a picture in your mind, and it makes the point so much more powerful. And this quote right here, it just nails that second rule, relevance. It can be so tempting to throw in an interesting fact you found, but if it's not related, it just weakens your whole essay. Effective writers are disciplined. Every single example you choose must serve one purpose, and one purpose only, to directly support your thesis. All right, so we've got our strong evidence. We know what to look for. But now what? How do we actually build it into a perfect, persuasive paragraph? This is where our secret weapon comes into play, the PIE method. The PIE method is, at its heart, a simple 3-part recipe for a killer paragraph. It gives you a clear structure to follow every single time, so you never leave out a crucial part of your argument. And of course, PIE stands for point, information, and explanation. First up, you've got P, which stands for point. This is your topic sentence. It's the main idea of the paragraph, that piece of primary support you chose, stated clearly right at the top. No mystery, no confusion. It just tells the reader exactly what this paragraph is going to prove. Then comes the I for information. This is your proof, your evidence. It's the specific facts, the data, the examples, or quotes you're using to back up your point. This is exactly where that powerful statistic, 43 pedestrians, would fit right in. And last, but definitely not least, we have E for explanation. Honestly, this might be the most important step of all, and it's the one people forget all the time. This is where you connect the dots for your reader. You have to explain why your information matters and how it proves not just the paragraph's point, but your overall thesis too. Okay, theory is one thing, but let's actually see how this works in the real world. We're going to take that example about pedestrian safety in Hawaii and break it down piece by piece, using that PIE framework. This is where the magic happens. So here it is, our example paragraph in full. It feels pretty solid, right? Persuasive? Well, that is not an accident. It's because it follows that PIE structure perfectly. Let's break down exactly how. I really want to zoom in on the heart of this paragraph for a second. The information. 43. This single number is the anchor for the entire paragraph. It's the hard evidence that makes the writer's point basically impossible to ignore. That's the power of the I in your PIE. So here's the breakdown, plain and simple. The point. As a pedestrian, be aware of your surroundings. Crystal clear. The information. In 2018, 43 pedestrians died. Hard, specific fact. The explanation. Hawaii's roadways can be dangerous. Being vigilant is necessary. That connects the fact back to the main idea. See how that works? PIE? Each part has a job, and together they create a complete, airtight argument. So what's the big takeaway here for you? It means you now have a blueprint. You've got the rules for finding great evidence and a step-by-step method for building it into a powerful paragraph. You're totally ready to go out and build your next great argument. So let's recap real quick. Always start with a clear point. That's your topic sentence. Back it up with specific, relevant information, and, crucially, connect it all with a strong explanation. I'm telling you, if you use this PIE method for every single body paragraph, the quality of your writing is going to skyrocket. And that's it. That's the PIE method. It's a simple framework for sure, but it is the key to turning a good thesis into a fantastic essay. So now that you've got this new tool in your toolkit, there's really only one question left. What argument will you build next?